At Motopo, in southern Rhodesia, we visit the tomb of the man whose life was dedicated to the foundation of what is now the youngest self-governing member of the Commonwealth. The way to Cecil Rhodes' grave is by foot to the colony's Westminster Abbey, the dome of the Motopo Hills. Here, in the silence chosen by Rhodes for his resting place, we are in a setting that is in keeping with Rhodes' own character, rugged, rough-hewn and forthright. At World's View, his own description, Rhodes lies buried where the immortal hills keep watch. The heritage entrusted by pioneers such as Rhodes finds greatness in the South Africa of today. An example of the Union's growing stature gave Princess Elizabeth the opportunity of making her first public appearance alone at an important function. The opening of a new graving dock at East London, completed after 5 years at a cost of over £1.5 million, exemplified the swiftly expanding economy of a progressive people. The international flag, flying alongside the Union Jack, signalled a new chapter of the Union's maritime history.
I now have great pleasure in declaring the Princess Elizabeth graving dock open.
To the frigate Transvaal fell the honour of breasting the white tape across the entrance, first ship to enter the Princess Elizabeth graving dock, a new triumph of South African engineering that bears a princess's name, one day perhaps a queen's. After the opening, the Princess received from the wife of South Africa's Transport Minister a commemorative gift of diamonds. She was evidently very delighted with the gift. Our eyes and footsteps turn now to Zululand, to the gathering of its tribesmen for the great trek to the capital, Eshowe. The Zulus so named it from the sound of the wind through the yellow wood trees, Eshowe. Half a century divides the present-day Zulu and his warrior brother who made war on the white man. And even after 50 years, the influence of Cape civilization, though striking in the clothes some tribesmen adopt, is only superficial. The enthusiasm with which these sons of the great King Chaka flock to give greetings to the royal party is living proof of the wise rule which has effaced the memory of old and bitter wars. Only in the magnificent physique and proud bearing which are the stamp of the Zulu are his warring ancestors recalled. Today, his race is perhaps the most intelligent and friendly of all the black population of South Africa. The royal family, in all their 3-month tour of South Africa, 10,000 miles by road, rail and air, were to witness here at Eshowe perhaps the most typical and dramatic spectacle from this mighty continent. In attendance were Zulu chiefs who still bear titles, the Leopard, Thunderer, in direct descent from their ferocious ancestors. How stubbornly their ancient customs survive is nowhere more apparent than in the Zulus' attitude towards their womenfolk. They are the workers. The man works only to secure more wives. And it's when he works for the white man that the Zulu picks up his oddities of dress. From the royal pavilion, their majesties witnessed the ceremonial incitement of the tribesmen to their ritual dance. The compelling rhythm of the chant, though its meaning has long lost its command, still holds the power to heat the blood and quicken the senses. As the tempo mounts, the infection spreads like a bushfire. 1,000 feet stamp the dust of the compound. Shields aloft, assegais menacing the skies, the Zulus bring their ritual dance to its terrifying climax. Crying a royal salute, the ranks of tribesmen surge upon the royal dais for the symbolic gesture of submission. An unforgettable memory of Zululand. Only a few hours remained in the Cape when the royal family, drawn like all visitors by the strange magic of Table Mountain, travelled by cable car to its summit. King and Queen and the two princesses, who'd spent so long in closeness to the land of South Africa and in the presence of her peoples, now shared the eagle's vision of the Sentinel Hills and the mother city below. On the long, slow climb to the top, the mountain's wooded slopes falling away beneath unfold a changing pattern of patchwork green. Their Majesties shared the experience with those of Vanguard Ship's Company who'd chosen the heights of Table Mountain too for their last look at Cape Town. From the window of the car, the royal family view the summit of Table Mountain, footstool to the blue heavens. Sugarloaf on this royal day had shed the cloudy mantle it so often wears. High above the city, their Majesties saw not only the shape of a great modern port, but in Cape Town a gateway to history, in whose shaping 4 nations have taken a hand. On the summit that Francis Drake named the most stately sight in the whole circumference of the earth, the royal party set off to meet Field Marshal Smuts, who'd made the journey alone on foot. And with the Premier as their guide, they explored Table Mountain, enjoying no doubt that sense of detachment from the world which altitude brings. Their Majesties could have chosen no better point from which to survey not Cape Town alone, but the perspective of the whole triumphant tour. They'd seen South Africa not through the gold-rimmed lenses of the outside world, eyeing the Union's wealth, but at first hand, among her sons and daughters, in close and easy acquaintance. They'd seen many places which the scope of our film does not include. Above all, their Majesties' visit had been a token of the interdependence of 2 great nations. And so it was time to say goodbye. From their tour of a land 5 times the size of Britain, their Majesties took back a measure of memories few such journeys can have surpassed. They left behind a warmth of affection no years can dim. We let the last scenes of the tour live and speak for themselves. Vanguard heads her bows for home. The hills of Africa, which gave their majesties welcome, bid them au revoir.